Good afternoon, Hull, Yorkshire, Maritime City. We are in a very important month of the year, which is October, celebrating the week of the Maritime Tales. Let us start with the Hull African and Caribbean Seamen's connection with Liverpool, another famous seaport in the maritime history, just like Hull Port too. In the 40s up to the 70s, even up to the 80s, Liverpool was a vibrant seaport. Even though Hull was a vibrant seaport, you can trace Liverpool as one of the oldest black communities in Europe, not even in Britain. Because if you look at the history of Liverpool, it was the gateway to West Africa, it was the gateway from the Caribbean. When people come to Liverpool, then they take the train to London or other cities. So it's very interesting to see how Liverpool was one of the seaports that many of the African and Caribbean who live here decided to be members of the social clubs and communities that were in Liverpool. For instance, the Igbo social club was there. So African seamen who lived in Hull used to be members of that one. The Sierra Leone social club was the same. Most of the Sierra Leone seamen who lived there were members of the Sierra Leone social club. There's a fascinating story from one of our famous boxers whose father was from Sierra Leone, Frank Conte. There's a boxer called John Conte. He won the Commonwealth gold medal, I think, in the 1970s. Well, his father, his father actually jumped ship in Hull and settled here for a few months and left and went to Liverpool, where he found his wife and ended up marrying and have John Conte and Gerard Conte there. Caribbean seafarers living in Hull founded the Hull Afro Caribbean Association. Afro Caribbean Association, known as HACA, or the African Caribbean Society, as it was known when it was established in 1983. Worrell, a Caribbean gentleman who was also a seafarer living in Hull, passed away in 1983. This man, who lived a humble, relatively solitary life, was destined to be buried in an unmarked grave. The prospect of such a sad ending energized the African Caribbean people of Hull into setting about to provide Worrell with a dignified send-off, and the deceased was afforded a fitting funeral. After the funeral at a hotel above the Merchant Navy Social Club, members of the community agreed that there was a need to establish an African Caribbean Association in Hull. In part, this was in order that unmarked graves and undignified funerals for our elders would become a thing of the past, and partially to preserve and improve the life and lives of our community. From this funeral reception, through the conversations that were held and the shaking of hands, African Caribbean Association took root. Meeting began in Livingston Lynch living room and Horace Ivan shop on Hazel Road. As more people come forward, feeling a need to be part of a new community group, the group started meeting in bigger rooms at the New York Hotel on Alnaby Road and Mighton School Hall. Eventually, due to the community's sense of belonging, it became necessary for a permanent space. Our late Ras A. Goulburn, elder, fronted the city council and asked for a building. But the building in which we are still based and 100,000 on restoration, Hull Afro Caribbean Association, is still at number 2526 Park Street. We are so proud of that center. I'm also a member and activities coordinator of the Hull Afro Caribbean Association, and many people have made friends there. When I left Liverpool, that's the place I found friends. I've made many friends in Hull through the Hull Afro Caribbean Association. We are so proud to contribute to this maritime story, which links Liverpool, the Caribbean, West Africa, and Hull. Thank you very much.